Cooper with the Canine Chronicle, bringing you Table Talk Live with Charlie Zimmerman, who is the president of the Elgin Kennel Club, and gives his wife Sandra, who's the show chair, a hand in all of those matters. Charlie, thanks for being here this evening. You really had a bit of turmoil over the last month or so, I think. Your show was scheduled for its original dates of what, the 23rd and 24th of August?
22nd and 23rd, I believe it was.
No, I mean, those are shows that I've been going to since I started in dogs. So, in any event, original show date, original venue, and everything was great, and then it wasn't. What happened?
Well, essentially what happened was the King County Health Department sent me an email, ironically, one day after I had just spoken with them about, have there been any changes? Will we still be good to have our show? At 3:18 in the afternoon on Tuesday afternoon, the week of our setup and our shows, the only way for your club to be in compliance is to not have your show, and we will not allow you to have your show as you are in non-compliance.
All right, so you basically received this letter on Tuesday. People were heading to your show because they were coming from Topeka, other places.
Yep.
And I guess this is a really good example of the fluid times that we're living in right now, unfortunately. So now what? What do you do? What do you do when you have, less than 48 hours to notify exhibitors that there's no show?
Well, you kind of just start jumping into action and contacting everybody, your judges, your AKC rep, your Beret, the superintendent for our shows, Guy Fisher I included in the email. And I let everybody know. Guy had it up on the AKC cancellation site. Within, I'd say, 2.5 hours, it was up. And it was devastating to all of us because this was going to be the first dog show in the state of Illinois.
Yeah.
For this, not this year, but since COVID hit in March. Mm-hmm. So it was quite a blow because there's a lot of work that goes into it. You have to know what the COVID rules are for your individual state, county, and municipality, and make sure you're keeping everybody happy in that respect before you even get into having a dog show. But we had it pretty well dialed in, and anybody who saw the map of our layout knew we were really being very particular about following the rules.
So you were in contact with the Department of Health on a regular basis?
About every 3 to 4 weeks.
So every 3 to 4 weeks you checked in with them. Now you've been notified. Sorry, Charlie, literally. No dice. No dog show for you. Now what? I mean, so I guess there's two choices. You either throw your hands up in the air and say, oh, well, next year, or you do what you and Sandra did, which was try to come up with an alternative.
Well, while I was throwing my fit, Sandra was looking up AKC shows in neighboring states, and she found Jefferson. And we looked up to see who the show chair was for that, and we contacted her that same day. And she says, that's an interesting proposition. So she says, let me get to my board, and I'll get back to you. And Mindy Reddington is the now cluster chair, as well as the show chair for Janesville Beloit shows. And she got back to me the following day. So within 2 days after getting that email from the Kane County Board of Health, we had a new location. Granted, it was not an easy decision.
Sure.
Because now we're like going out of our realm of, we know where they get this, we know how to get
You're out of your
that.
comfort zone. It's change, as you mentioned earlier so eloquently. You know, people really have to be flexible.
Oh,
To accept change, right?
In this day and age, if with dog shows, if a club can have a show, it's just a matter of, I would not advise anybody try to have a show in Illinois anymore and take the money elsewhere. And you can publish that, but it takes a lot of work, and you've got to be willing to change. If you're not willing to change with the times and do what it takes, and that's why I think we see so many shows just canceling. It's easier to say, no, let's just wait till next year. That's not changing a thing. The more you change, the better it's going to work out.
So you had reached out for some help when you were going to have your original shows, and I believe you had a pretty overwhelming response, didn't you?
It's awesome. Actually, one of your interviews were with Tabitha Buckley-Bettis about the show must go on. And we posted it there as well as on my Facebook page. And we had outside of our club, and I forgot to mention that, outside of our club, 40 to 50 people.
Amazing. Amazing.
And that's the kind of support we were receiving from the dog community, the dog show community, to have a dog show. And unfortunately, it didn't work out there, but we're certainly looking forward.
What are the dates now of Janesville?
Janesville and Beloit our dates are the 15th and 16th.
Mm-hmm.
And Janesville, Beloit's are the 17th and 18th.
Of October.
And just a little side note.
The cluster has a name and everything, right?
Yes, the Rock River Cluster.
Okay.
The Medallion Rottweiler Club is even coming up to join.
Terrific.
For Monday and Tuesday.
Great. So, the superintendent is Bahrain?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so people can, and when does it open?
The books are open now. They close on the 30th of September.
Okay. All right. So people can enter now.
Yes, absolutely.
And is there a limit?
The limit is at 2,500 dogs.
Okay. All right.
And we realize we're bucking Texas, and George is going on at the same time, Atlanta.
You know what? What is amazing is that we are now seeing multiple shows on a weekend. It really starting to feel like they're not normal. But it's
the previous norm, or
right? I mean, there's alternatives now. So
there certainly is.
So Charlie, thank you so much. I mean, it's a really good example what you guys have done of, there are endless possibilities out there. You just have to kind of think about them. So not to sound cliche, but if you have it, they will come. And just people got to be willing to move forward and take that extra step to see our sport of purebred dog shows continue, regardless of what's happening right now. Well, on behalf of the Fancy, thank you guys for all of your hard work. Well, thank you all for supporting us. I'm sure everyone that if anybody has any questions about, what they've done, that Charlie would be happy to entertain a call. So feel free to reach out to him or me. I can put you in touch with him. And their shows are open now. 2,500 dog limit. Thank you, Charlie. We're open. We'll see you soon. Until next time.